Welcome to another show. Today, we're going to talk about actors Alfred Hitchcock had contentious relationships with.
He was darling, a bit formidable, enormously bawdy sense of humor. And he had a habit, whether it was conscious or not, I don't know, but of rather keeping all his actors at loggerheads. So he would be the one in the middle, rather puckish. Good for me, because it made me suffer quite a lot and feel quite miserable all the time. And it probably came out on the screen that way.
The next actress on the list is Joan Fontaine.
Johnny! Lena, what's got into you? Lena, no, stop it, you little fool, stop it! Listen to me. You turn me out of your room, you go running off to your mother's, and now you shrink away from me as though you hated me. You're my wife, Lena.
I know.
You almost killed us both back there.
Why don't you go? Why don't you leave Manderley? He doesn't need you. He's got his memories. You've nothing to stay for. You've nothing to live for, really, have you? Look down there. Why don't you? Why don't you? Go on. Don't be afraid.
He had absolutely no nonsense about mood or meaning or any of that. He was telling a story, expected you to tell it with him, in absolutely common terms. No theories like the actor's studio or any of that. Made it terribly clear. And I remember finally I had to cry one day, quite a lot. And I said, Hitch, I just can't cry anymore. He said, well, kid, what are we going to do? And I said, well, slap me in the face. He said, fine. Off he went, slapped me in the face. I went back and the tears came down. Partly pain, but a great deal of gratitude for his understanding. It was wonderful of him.
She worked with Hitchcock on Rebecca and Suspicion. Fontaine experienced immense pressure from Hitchcock, who was known for manipulating actors to elicit the performance he desired.
It was a little difficult. I remember Larry Olivier telling a rather off-color joke. As a matter of fact, the first time I'd ever heard a certain four-letter word ever spoken. And Hitch said, oh, I wouldn't speak like that in front of Joan. After all, she is a bride. And Larry said, oh, who'd you marry? And I shyly said, well, Brian Ahern. And he said, oh, couldn't you have done better than that? So I think that's part of the treatment I was getting.
That dates back to Mary Pickford. If you remember, tradition of the cinema is that the hero was always a dark man and the heroine was always a blonde. I think it's the simplification of identification, really.
The next actor on the list is Vera Miles. Vera Miles was cast in Psycho and The Wrong Man. Hitchcock was reportedly disappointed with Miles, but she did not live up to his expectations as a leading lady.
The nature of Hitchcock's set does not lend itself to people becoming acquainted. I'm not sure. When you reach a certain age, your guard goes down and you say, oh, well, what the hell? And I truly feel I got to know him on this, although we didn't work that much in that many scenes in this film.
What? What'd she say?
Oh, Nellie is dead.
There's our alibi. It's perfect. It's complete. Mrs. Bates.
The next actor on the list is Ellie.
And it's washing not just her face and her hair, it's washing her soul. Knowing this, the audience is almost at peace at this point. You know, maybe she's going to go with one or the other. That we don't know yet.
Dirty night.
You have a vacancy?
Oh, we have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. They moved away the highway.
Oh, I thought I'd gotten off the main road.
I knew you must have. Nobody ever stops here anymore unless they've done that.
She had a complex relationship with the director. While they had mutual respect, Hitchcock's controlling nature often led to friction.
I think because of Hitchcock's brilliance and his ability to tell his story so tightly, he gets the audience right going on this path, right to where we can show, and then provokes the audience into taking it. They take the leap, they finish the creative process. You can forget a photograph, but you can't forget what you created here. The dress was bought off the rack. It was something that Marion Crane could have afforded as a secretary. That's why there's not a lot of makeup, and the hair is very simple, it's not styled. People swear that they saw the knife go in the body and they saw blood spurt out. They never ever, what Mr. Hitchcock did was when the knife went back with the music was the thrust, and as the music and the knife went forward, you saw a quick shot of a tongue, you know, or a here, or a leg, or something, and you saw the knife go in there, but you never did because the next thing you saw was the knife coming back out. So you swore you saw the knife go in and it was being pulled back out.
The next actor on the list, Anthony Perkins.
I don't hate her. I hate what she's become. I hate the illness.
Fear and terror are negative emotions. And it took that guy over there to get us to feel those emotions and to enjoy it.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
He's famous for his role in Psycho, and he had a turbulent relationship with Hitchcock. Perkins felt stifled by Hitchcock's rigid direction and struggled with the psychological demands of his role. The next actor on the list is Rod Taylor.
I went in, precocious brat. I went in and did an audition doing various accents and the whole thing, and, you know, just off the top of my head. And then, of course, old Hitchcock called me to do the birds. And so that was an immense experience, too. All the seagulls, they'd feed them whiskey and wheat. Of course, it's illegal now. So they were wandering around. The only reason they were staying still was because they were half pissed, you know. Rocking around on their feet. And they did things like put raw meat in the lens, and these huge ravens would swoop into the lens and stuff like that. But we were weeks and weeks and weeks working with these bloody birds. Oh. I was poo-pooed on by every seagull in Northern California.
He starred in The Birds alongside Tippi Hedren. Taylor found Hitchcock's demanding nature and unorthodox methods challenging, leading to a strained relationship.
Back in your gilded cage, Melanie Daniels.
What did you say?
I was merely drawing a parallel, Miss Daniels.
How did you know my name?
A little birdie told me. Good day, Miss Daniels. Madam?
Hey, wait a minute. I don't know you.
And that was our show for today. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And while you're at it, I'd be honored if you subscribe to my channel, click the bell to stay informed, share this video, as that will help me grow, and check out my Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise, also in the comments section. Until next time, this is Kevin Gibbons saying, live long and prosper, may the force be with you, and keep reaching for the stars.